Gavin Newsom was giving his highly anticipated press conference today announcing the debut of California's plan to redraw the maps in response to the blatant power grab by Trump and Republicans. And right in the middle of that press conference, this is what happened outside.
Now we're here making Los Angeles a safer place since we won't have politicians. We do that ourselves. So that's what we're here today.
Now, I should note first and foremost that I am here at the press conference in Los Angeles right now. That's why I'm not in my regular studio. The location is not a high traffic area and certainly not one that would warrant any activity by ICE. But of course, they didn't come for a legitimate reason. They came to do what Trump's law enforcement agencies always do, which is to intimidate. Donald Trump is broadcasting that he wants to be a dictator and will use the power of the state to suppress any dissent, chill free speech, and cow his enemies into submission. This ICE presence is one more instance of exactly that, textbook authoritarianism. Newsom was in the middle of his press conference, but knew what was happening outside, prompting this response.
Well, I think it's pretty sick and pathetic. And it just said everything you need to know, the setting that we're under. That they chose the time, manner, and place to send their district director outside right when we're about to have this press conference. Said everything you know about Donald Trump's America. And that was top down. You know that for a fact. And they'll deny it, I'm sure. Maybe they won't deny it. Said everything you know about the authoritarian tendencies of the President of the United States. I said it a moment ago, wake up, America. Wake up. You will not have a country if he rigs this election. You will have a president who will be running for a third term. Mark my word. I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around. The rules do not apply to him. The most corrupt president in history. He doesn't believe in free enterprise, crony capitalism. He is wrecking this country, wrecking the economy. He's a lawless president. Wake up, America. Wake up to what's going on. I know what Donald Trump knows. He's going to lose the midterms. He knows de facto his presidency ends in 17 months when Speaker Jeffries is back in office. He knows it. Why else? Why else would you try to rig the system? Why else would you make the phone call? He's a failed president. Who else sends ICE same time having a conversation like this? Someone who's weak. Someone who's broken. Someone whose weakness is masquerading as strength. The most unpopular president in modern history. An economy that's collapsing all around him. You saw the new wholesale prices going up almost a full percentage point today. Inflation is going up. Job creation is going down. He's trying to rewrite history, Smithsonian, censoring historical facts. And in the spirit of what Adam Schiff said, he's trying to put America in reverse on voting rights, civil rights, LGBTQ rights, on women's rights. He wants to bring us back to a pre-1960s world. That's what this is all about. It's about power.
And frankly, if anybody knows about Trump's shows of force, it's Newsom, because California, and Los Angeles specifically, where I live, have frequently been the location of Trump's displays of intimidation. Here's MacArthur Park in LA. I mean, come on. Agents on horseback to sweep an empty park? You think this was really the best use of federal resources? You think this was really the most practical spot for this scene? Of course not. But the goal wasn't practicality. It wasn't a legitimate exercise. It was a message intended to show the brute force of the federal government. And the craziest part? This is happening at the hands of the party of small government, the party that spent my entire lifetime demanding that the Second Amendment was absolutely necessary because you never know when a tyrannical government might try to overpower us. And now, those same people are ushering in that exact phenomenon. The same people who pretended to be so afraid of tyrants have themselves become the tyrants. I gotta ask too, how many of these Republicans who are doing Trump apologia right now as he turns the U.S. into Russia would be okay with all of this if Joe Biden or Barack Obama did it? If Biden or Obama sent troops to Ohio or Tennessee or Missouri, all of which have cities with higher per capita crime rates than Los Angeles and Washington, D.C., where the military was deployed. I brought that point up while debating Geraldo Rivera on News Nation.
Yeah, how is it that we can't stop our own citizens from killing each other? A river of blood runs through this, the national parks and all the rest.
Geraldo, it was such a pressing issue that Donald Trump found it necessary to first figure out how to put up a flagpole on the White House grounds, to lay the plans for a $200 million ballroom, to host a bunch of crypto dinners, to release a cell phone plan and a crypto coin. All of those things were more pressing than the crime that was apparently so out of control in D.C. that we needed federal troops to be stationed there. That's the first thing. And the second thing is we have higher per capita crime rates, violent crime rates in cities like Little Rock, St. Louis, Memphis, Cleveland, Toledo. But of course, these are all red states, and so Donald Trump won't deploy the military there. But again, for the umpteenth time, this is not about crime. It's not about making our streets safer. If it was, they would start with the places where crime was worst, but they didn't. This was about displays of raw power and brute force. Trump wants to feel strong to compensate for the fact that his presidency is a graveyard of broken promises and failed policies. Prices are surging, the economy is stagnant, inflation is rising, the Epstein files are not coming out, healthcare is being cut, and the U.S. is being alienated on the world stage. Donald Trump wants you to think that he's strong, but only because his actions betray a presidency deep in the throes of weakness. So recognize why he is doing exactly what he's doing right now. He's scared, he's failing, and he knows it. And he knows that Americans can see it. And so this is his way of compensating. This is his way of distracting you. This is his way of manipulating you into thinking that he is tough and in charge, when in reality, his presidency has gotten away from him, his polling is plummeting, and Americans are waking up to the bill of goods they've been sold. Trump offered up a slew of promises and didn't follow through on any of them. Not on the economy, on prices, on IVF, on healthcare, on Epstein, or on ending foreign wars. But he has found time to give himself a tax cut, surround himself with opulent gold leafing, open up a new golf course in the UK, and build himself a $200 million ballroom that only he gets to use. How many of you out there have benefited to the same degree that Donald Trump has? Who's doubled their net worth in the last 6 months? Who's managed to add $2.5 billion to their bank account? He has, because that is his priority, shaking down the rubes while he laughs all the way to the bank. He promised that he would look out for you, but he's only looking out for himself. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.